People get wrecked when the Bitcoin price gets boring like this. Bitcoin price action for the past few days has been a little bit after a big drop over the weekend. The Bitcoin price is currently finding support at the key level we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. As the Bitcoin price is hanging on to key support, the chart is printing some very crucial signals, and today will be the release of the CPI inflation data. It will cause short-term volatility, and this short-term volatility could act as a very powerful catalyst to trigger some of the next trade setups that I am looking at. That's right, a trigger warning for all my fat, white, ambiguously gendered college students majoring in trans, non-binary carbon emission study. We're going to be diving into the charts today, talking about exactly what we need to be paying attention to for the rest of the week. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications, because we are bringing you very timely and very juicy Bitcoin updates. Now, the Bitcoin price has been ranging sideways with a pretty clearly defined high around $29,600 and a pretty clearly defined low around the $27,000 region. And as you can see, we're currently coming down to the low of this range. And so this is the area where it is very much so make it or break it. As I said in my last video, if we start to lose these lows, we will now be confirming a very bearish head and shoulders pattern with a target of around $23,000. However, as we come to this area, we need to be watching for a potential bounce that's going to wreck a lot of people who are looking to short the breakdown of this head and shoulders pattern. So here are the two scenarios that I'm potentially looking at today to hop into my next trade. Now, the reason we are getting a bounce right here is because we did come down to that key level of support. We're bouncing right from the level. This is the trade setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. In the Casper Crew, every single day we do 3 live streams walking through the price action, giving our trade setups, giving our levels. If you want to join the Casper Crew, you can go to the website jasoncaspertrading.com. Go ahead and click the link to join the VIP Discord. Also, guys, if you want to learn how to trade this way, check out the 25% discounts on both of these courses. But one thing we need to keep in mind right here is that as we've been ranging in this little, what some people are calling a bear flag, we have been building liquidity to the downside here, where a lot of people are holding long trades, and there's a lot of liquidity if we get a dip to the downside. So with that being said, when we take a look at our indicator market Cipher B, we are seeing the momentum and the money flow get higher as the price is potentially going to grab the liquidity from this little range, which potentially, if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame specifically, could be giving us this very nice bullish divergence, aka the uneven butt cheek pattern, where we have a very juicy left butt cheek followed by a very skinny right butt cheek as the price action gets lower into this key support. And not only are the momentum waves here potentially getting higher, but when we look at the money flow, it is also getting higher over time here. Even if we go down to the 1 hour, we can see that the money flow over time is still getting higher as the price potentially is going to come down into our green box, which in my opinion could give us a long setup from these lows from which we could look for a significant bounce. By the way, if you want to take advantage of the volatility in these markets, trading along with us, check out MEXC, my new favorite exchange. Up to $9,000 deposit bonus plus 0% limit order fees, 33% off market order fees. It's literally the best deal you can get right now trading these markets. Link in the description and the pinned comment. I am also now trading on Bitget. If you're interested, another great exchange, guys. ByBit is no longer allowing people to trade without KYC. So these ByBit trades I am in right now, these are the last ByBit trades I will ever be taking, and although I love ByBit as an exchange, unfortunately I will not be able to trade on them anymore. And so my replacement exchanges now are going to be MEXC and Bitget. When the CPI data comes out, we're probably going to get somewhat of a Darth Maul candle, where we have a big wick to the downside as well as a big wick to the upside before price kind of finds equilibrium and we decide on our direction for the day. What this means is that we need to be aware of multiple levels here. So if we get a big wick to the upside, we can also look for a potential short today. So when we take a look at this entire volume range, we can see we have another very key zone of resistance coming right around the high volume node of the range, right around that $28,000 level. In addition to that, if we take our Fibonacci retracement tool from the last major swing high to the low right here, we can see that our 618 Fibonacci, the golden pocket, is also coming in right at the top of this green box. So what that means is this: we are forming this little range right here, and we have liquidity to the upside that can be grabbed. We have liquidity to the downside that can be grabbed. So if we get a big pump to the upside right here, we can then be looking for a potential short trade if we are forming bearish divergences on market Cipher B, basically an upside down uneven butt cheek pattern, right? Just flip this woman upside down and we would see that she would have a very big butt cheek on the top, on the left, and then a skinny butt cheek on the right. And we could be looking for a short trade to then take it to the downside. So when we get these volatile events like this, we need to be thinking to ourselves, what is going to wreck the most people? Obviously, we have a lot of people who are short here and they have their stop losses above this area. And obviously, we have a lot of people who are long here who have their stop losses below this area. That means if I'm a big player in the market and I'm looking to fill a big short order, well, I need a lot of people who are willing to buy. And what better way than to run the price up, get a whole bunch of people to FOMO long, stop out a whole bunch of shorts, which is actually a market buy order, adding liquidity to the market, and that allows me to fill up a big short order to push the price down. The opposite is true. If I'm a big player looking to fill up a big buy order, I need a whole bunch of sells coming in. So in order to do that, we could stop out a whole bunch of longs, giving us a lot of market sell orders, probably enticing a lot of people to FOMO short as well, which could then reverse the price against everybody, wrecking most of the retail traders. But those of us who are prepared and have a plan in advance, well, we will be the ones benefiting from this price action. And this is now giving us some context from which we can look for potential continuations on what seems to be a potentially bearish pattern. Now, if we come down and we put in a low lower than 26,500, this actually does confirm this bearish head and shoulders pattern, in which even if we get a move to the upside, we can look to short a lower high, potentially down to the golden pocket at around that $22,000-ish level. But if today we get a drop down and we don't put in a lower low, we could potentially be looking for another drive to the upside just to take out the highs of this sideways range and continue just trading sideways, which Bitcoin has been doing now for a number of weeks, right? It's never a good idea to get overly bearish at support. It's never a good idea to get overly bullish at resistance. We need to be objective here and basically just trade what the charts are telling us. And in my opinion right now, I lean more bearish in the medium term because of the weekly time frame topping out at key resistance, but I am also still open to another move to the upside, and this is the place where we absolutely need to be watching for it. Of course, if we lose it, man, I will hold this short trade all the way down to zero. This is the short we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Now, remember, this is not financial advice. These are only two potential scenarios. And what we need to do as traders is we always need to have multiple plans extrapolating into the future so that regardless of what happens, we have a level and a confirmation that we are looking to trade. This allows us to stay relaxed and focused, knowing that there's always another opportunity out there. And guys, I am a huge proponent of being as self-sufficient as possible. I'm a homesteader. I grow my own food. I raise my own animals. Here's something that I do every single day to become more and more self-sufficient. All right, y'all, it is a beautiful morning out here on the homestead. And this right here, guys, is a whole bunch of garlic. I'm a huge fan of growing garlic. If you want to become more self-sufficient and you want to grow your own food, I highly recommend it. And here's why. This amount of garlic, believe it or not, is enough for my entire family for a whole year. And we still have garlic left over from last year. Now, there are so many health benefits to eating garlic, right? It's an antiviral. It's good for your cardiovascular system, and it tastes great, and it's so easy to grow. All you have to do in the fall is take some garlic, put it in the ground, and then just wait. And then in a few months, probably around July-ish, you got yourself a whole bunch of tasty, nutritious garlic. Also, asparagus is a great thing to grow. Here's some purple asparagus, but we'll talk about that in another video. That is it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, and I do pray that everybody is very blessed in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace!